It was fun. It was pretty fun, especially we got the win. If we lost, it would have been terrible. Yeah, but it was fun. It was a good game. We won, so that's all that really matters.
Did you enjoy the personal matchup at the end, though?
It was cool. We won the game. I got some stops, and I got good team help defense, and we won the game.
What did you guys have drawn up there specifically when Demar was bringing the ball up?
Nothing. It was just be patient, don't foul right away, try to get the trap first. And why I turned him, I was going no matter what. Why I turned him, and once he turned, I went after the ball, and one of us got our hands on it. I think I hit it up, and Why grabbed it, and we got going.
As a close friend of his, what was it like to see the reception he got?
Oh, it was amazing. The fans were awesome. The city was awesome. Great by the organization to give him the video tribute, but fans, and I'm sure every time he comes back here, he'll get that type of motivation and support. But it was pretty cool.
Did you say anything to him about the 2 stops he got?
Nah. Anybody else? Well, I'm out. Thank you, guys.
It was very important. I mean, that put us up 1 point with about 20-some seconds left or so. That's how games are. Sometimes, shots not going to go your way. The ball's not going to go in, even if you're shooting it great. And like I said earlier, it was a playoff win for us. Everybody contributed. With me missing shots, everybody stepped up, made their shots on the double teams. And, we got the win. We grinded it out.
Did you feel like it took some time sort of for both teams to get into a rhythm coming off of that breakover also?
I really don't know how they felt. But, for us, probably for a few guys. But like I said, the guys that were making shots and rebounding the ball, they stepped up and, played big. And, we came out with a win in that fourth quarter.
Well, what was the communication there between you and Kyle on that trap with Demar? Did you guys talk to that beforehand, or was it just kind of an on the fly?
No, just chemistry. Just us playing with each other. He told me he seen me going to poke at the ball, end up getting a hand on it, and he said he was coming right away, and we ended up with the steal.
It's kind of cool to see him and Demar go at it in the end there. They were switching off.
Both guys are competitive, and when you're going against your brother, even things even get more competitive because you're going to see them and going to talk mess to each other outside the game, and I think we've seen that tonight. Them both going at each other.
We have been talking a lot about this team's resiliency, and there's no panic. But would you rather not have to rely on your resiliency, maybe not be the aggressor, not the counterpuncher kind of thing?
I feel like we came out pretty aggressive tonight. The Spurs are a well-coached team. They played hard. Guys stepped up, and we would want to win every game by 10, 20 points, but it's the NBA, and you never know who's coming in from a losing streak or a winning streak, and the thing is to come in every game and try to play the best basketball you can.
Is it winning a little sweeter over your former team?
Not at all. I just want to win. That's with me. If this was a playoff win or something, then maybe yeah. But it's still a regular season game, and we still trying to strive to get to where we want to get to.
Pretty wild night from start to finish. Maybe at the beginning, like from the moment you took that floor, people were happy to see you.
Yeah, it's an honor. It's been practicing my whole career here. To come back and get a reception like that is definitely humbling, beyond gratifying. I appreciate it.
Did it hit you there at the end, walking off the floor?
Oh yeah, I think walking off the floor hit me more than anything. Just a mixed feeling of it's like walking off that floor. Whether it was from a playoff game, from the good, the bad, the ugly. So
I know you weren't quite sure what to expect. How did the motions sort of compare to what you thought they might be in a game like this?
It made it exciting. It made it fun to go out there and play, compete. it's a heck of a game. Came down to a couple plays. Sucks that, big critical play with me turning the ball over. But, for the most part, I think it was a hell of a game.
They switched at the end there. They switched Kyle on you all the time. Were you looking for him to go at him on those possessions?
Oh, yeah. And a lot of times just get a mismatch. Get a smaller guy on me. But obviously, Cal, fat ass, know how to guard me.
You've been on some deep teams here, obviously, but just the additions they made even outside of Kawhi, Danny, kind of over your trade with Mark and Jeremy. As an opponent, how good is this team when you look at it?
It's not a mistake. They at where they at. They got an opportunity for me to have the connection that I have here with the players. I wish them all the best. But they're where they at for a reason.
Demar, are you just glad, kind of in a way, just glad to get this out of the way so the rest of the season is just
yeah, I can let this just, I think tonight was just that last little piece of closure for me.
On that double team of DeMar at midcourt, how long do you wait before you foul? Like, what's the philosophy on that?
Well, you got to foul to give yourself a chance back in case you have to foul and they make both, right? You're not going to extend it. I mean, you want to extend the game. You're not going to wait too long. It's usually a rule where you put one trap or maybe two traps before you do it. You usually give a number of traps before you do it. But I could see them saying, don't foul to each other. I could see Kyle, and then we're not fouling, telling them that's what they were trying to do. So it was really, really heads-up play by him.
You just got to turn the ball handler around, get him a little bit disoriented there.
Well, you just got to trap him and hope usually you're hoping he jumps in the air or something with nowhere to go, or you surprise him and you get the pass is what you normally would get, right? So I think we were again heck of a heads up play, and we turned his back. It's more like a run and jump with the the spin, I think. Yeah.
What was it like for you going through those last couple minutes of the tight game, not being out there and kind of pulling the strings yourself?
It was okay. It was a lot more relaxing. It was. I mean, I was cheering hard, and it was a little funny because they were like 5 or 6 seconds ahead of me in the lobby, and my office was behind a little bit. So I heard a yes on one of somebody Pascal's tip in or something, and then I yelled yes after that. You guys are ahead of me.
How do you think your guys handled the emotion and the moment
Good
tonight? Good.
And again, I think Doug, you guys have heard me say this a lot lately. I think we everything's not going that great and not playing that well, and your coach is out, and but we kind of just hang in and figure it out, and I think we act like we're expecting to figure out a way to win a lot lately, right? And I like that about us, and the other thing is like got some guys that can play a little bit better, right? That again, a little rust, a little whatever, all-star break, but you know that Kawhi's 8 for 23 is probably not a normal night, and Marc Gasol was just out of whack, and Jeremy had a good little stretch in the fourth quarter, but I thought he could have played. There's Norm could have played. There's some guys that could. It's encouraging when you're figuring out a way to win, and then maybe there's a time when there's a little bit more of a clicking in, right?
Is that sort of the trademark of this team, that resiliency? I mean, they just, like you said, they find a way.
I think so. I think I like the again. I just think I like the, and it's not like panic or any of that. That's just like so off base. But I just like the just the mentality, I guess, of okay, we'll figure it out somehow, And a lot of times this year that's come from, I don't know, we've switched to zone defense, down 17, and all of a sudden, the game switches, or we switch, The other night we took out Danny and Norm and put in McCaw and Lynn, and boom, the game switches. So either a tactic or personnel or somebody finds something, and we just hang in there pretty well, and it's encouraging.
I know he had a bit of a weird night. Speaking of Mark, but you kind of got him in a little earlier than the last couple games. Did you see glimpses of what you might like with him with more of the starters in those windows?
So I saw a little. glimpses. I just think he had one of those kind of funky nights. He checked in and was like wide open like 3 times in the first 30 seconds he was in the game. I don't really think he wanted to really shoot any of those, but he kind of had to because that was the play. And I don't think he was ready to, right? And again, that's a little bit of he's not really used to coming off the bench, right? So he's going to have to get used to it on the nights he is, and he's going to he's gonna play a lot better. But you saw some good passes, right? You see some great IQ out there, right? You just see it again. He's a guy that adds to that little bit of, hey, everything's okay. I'll make a play. I'll make a play.
And then Surge really limited Aldridge to 6 points. What do you think of the defensive effort there?
He was good. I think we, as a coaching staff, made a late game plan decision right before the start of the game, like literally 20 minutes before. We hadn't done it in any of our walkthroughs or any of our practice, that we were going to double team him. And my thing was, our coaching staff decided that let's double team DeRozan, let's double team Aldridge, just to make sure our guys are ready to be aggressive. And it's not a very, when you look at their team, it's not that smart a thing to do. They're the number 1 3-point shooting team in the league, and when you double team, you're going to open up some of that stuff, right? But I was not going to let what happened in San Antonio happen again, as far as lack of aggression. So it started good. I thought they made a good, so we were doubling him from one way on the left block. They made a good adjustment, put him on the right block. So we had to flip our double teaming from the other way, and we were doing all that stuff. It was again, that's some growth of the stuff we're making defensively. That's not easy to kind of convey in a game that's going back and forth, that you're all of a sudden you gotta, like, I don't know, just kind of rotate your whole defense, and we were doing it really, really well.
You guarded Kawhi with a little guy for most of the night. We hadn't seen that very much of. How do you think he handled that?
Well, it seems like they knew something, right? You wouldn't normally see a Patty Mills size guy guarding him. I'll tell you what it reminded me of, and it just bothered him. Sometimes it bothered him, but it reminded me of, if you'll remember, a few times against this team when we'd throw Chuck Hayes in and put him underneath Aldridge. And it bothered the heck out of Aldridge, and that's what I was like. Oh man, they got the same thing going against Kawhi. It just was like, and they do. I tell you what, they're so good at, like, they are so good at bumping with their hands up, right? You're inside. We were 5 for 30 from inside the arc in the first half, 5 for 30, and I'll bet you 20 plus of those were in the paint, and I bet you we got bumped on 20 plus of them. But they weren't fouled. They're just, and that's what he was doing. He's getting underneath them and boom, boom, boom. But he wasn't whacking and he wasn't doing anything. He was just bothering him. It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Is that part of what makes Kyle so good in those moments too? He had a couple on Demar down the stretch in the post.
Yeah. Kyle can guard just about everybody in the post in the league. Just about. Because he's tough and gets underneath them like that. Yeah.
Surprised on your part at all for the way that DeMar was received by the fans?
No. He was received very well, and like I said yesterday, deserved to be received very well.